This is Yerushalmi Shevi'is. As we mentioned last time, this is Yerushalmi Shevi'is chus for the Yerushalmi Shevi'is, especially those who are Tzara of Ashibya, literally, and this time of this Eis Tzara Yaakov. And we are now in the articles of edition. We're in towards the end of Daf Alf. The at Amos and Chronotios. That is the second wide line. And in the Vilna edition, I think we got all the way up to Gimel Aleph. It's from the end of Parak 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, about 14 lines. Might have lost count in the middle, but it's about 14 lines from the end of the Parak. So the Aremasai Quinatios, the Mishnah had said that Rabbi Lezer Mezayim Ad Sheyachulu. Messiah says until Sheyachulu. So, which means until, I don't know if I read the Mishnah yesterday because I couldn't look at Kavanaki and therefore I skipped this part of Mishnah. So let me read it now because I don't recall if I'm pretty sure I actually didn't read it yesterday. So in Kavanaki, this Mishnah appears here, supposed to juxtaposed to the previous Mishnah. So I made my sign equal to Tios. When to what point they call the Tios? Until they are able to be redeemed, which means when they're in their fourth year. 7 years. Within the first year, as the time it's planted. No, I did read this yesterday. Never mind. Yeah, but I'm going to finish. Once I start reading, I'm going to finish it. A tree which has been cut down and started growing new trunks. If it's still less than a tefach, it's going to be a tiyah. If it gets above a tefach, it is like a tree. Rabbi Shimon. Okay, so now the Gemara says, does it mean achi padu? Does it mean until they're redeemed, which is in the fourth year? That the Rabbi can be redeemed. It has kedushas ma'aser sheni, but can be redeemed. Achi suchlim elem, until they become chulin anor, which would be the fifth year. Rabbi Abba Bar Yaakov B'Shem Rabbi Yochanan said, "Kini masnisin." This is the way to learn the Mishnah. Ad she'asu chulin me'alem until they become chulin on their own, which is the fifth year. But as the Rebbe goes like Rebbe. The time we learn Rebbe Omer Aval Pisha Amru Benos Chamesh Benos Sheish Benos Sheva. They said that the trees which go 5, 6, and 7 years. Don't say. Yeah, it's very different in the Gemara itself. The Gemara itself says, the Vasik Rebbe Yeshua. Not like Rebbe, it's like Rebbe Yeshua. It doesn't bring a brisa like Rebbe, but he brings down a brisa like for Yeshua. Kedai Yeshua Af Amru Benos Chamesh Benos Sheish Benos Sheva that was 5, 6, or 7 years old. It is not one tree, sometimes 5, 6, or 7, one type. In grapevines, it's 5 years. It's considered in the tiyah. In figs, it's 6 years considered in the tiyah. Zaysim in olives benos sheva. Um, so Panachamyan hadam merubasa the teinasa. So that was quoted either from Rabbi Shua or from Rabbi, depending on whether you're looking at the Gemara or the Kavanaki. So we see we saw the teinasa. We see that a nitiya, sapling, so to speak, of a fig tree, asya bepere, it produces fruit earlier than 6 years in its growth. Um, so so that's the case. It can't go by producing fruit. That can't be the barometer. But rather, by tarfe ovia, that the issue here is the thickness and the thickness of the trunk. Um, so even if it's grew fruit for 6 years, that's not what defines it as a tree, as no longer an atia. As no longer atia is the size of the tree as opposed to its fruit bearing capacity. Okay, says the Gemara further. Mishnah said that the Lord and the Teva sucks in Atia. So that's Rabbi Shimon. Rabbi Shimon is Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov. Shemru Davar Echad. Shimon and Eliezer ben Yaakov, they said both things, but one is Midarais and one is Midrabana. Dam Rabbi Shua, but Shem Rabbi in our Mishnah, it's talking about the Raisa. Whereas Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov is talking about a Marasayna issue. Dam Rabbi Shua by Nachum, Shem Rabbi Yosef, B'Shem Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov. Hagam is kind of pachas mitava, somebody who cuts his karam to less than a tefach. Chayr Orla is liable to Orla. He's required to Orla to keep name Maris Ha'ayin. Not because of Ikar Din, but because of Maris Ha'ayin, because it looks bad. So all that is Rabbi Shimon in our Mishnah, Eliezer ben Yaakov elsewhere, perhaps in Brisa. But the Chachamim disagrees. So when Chachamim no, that you only start the Orla account over again if you were Gomem ad Oretz, you cut it smooth down, clean to the ground. Okay, and the first parak, Hashmal parak Aleph, parak base. Loch Aleph. Masisa and Amos and Choshim Masada love energy. Still want to talk about tree orchards. When up to what point can you plow in a wheat field? It's 11 because the wheat that's going looks right. That's what I always thought. And what he says that that's one of the Pshatim brings down in the Kabanaki. They from the Rash and Peah, but the Rash here says that it's talking about that it doesn't have a tree, so there's no shade. So it's all white, so to speak. Until the moisture the ground is no longer moist. As long as the ground is moist, then it's still beneficial. And this is as long as people are still plowing in order to plant various different squashes and gourds. Shimon said, you didn't make here a universal shear, right? It could be any time, right? So the Ela B'Stelem and a Pesach, in other words, whether he's playing big shows, not playing big shows, whatever. Ela B'Stelem and a Pesach, so he makes it uniform. So the Elon, so the previous parak is until Shavuos. So the is in Shavuos, and so the 11 is until Pesach. Let's see what we're up to here. I think we still have a bit to do to finish Zion. Yeah. Says Gemara. We have difference between the Kabanaki and the Gemara. No, just the article puts in a header. At Amosai Choshim Kuli. Mantan Alecho, who says it has to do with moisture, Rabbi Meir. It's like Rabbi Meir. So Kostamish is Rabbi Meir. So Gemara says Rabbi Meir Rabbi Meir Shimon Hill. According to this, by Meir Kama B'Shamai, by Shimon will come out B'Sil. V'chein Asina Masnina by Meir B'Shamai. Do we after actually set up a Mishnah? We ever said a Mishnah like Meir holds like B'Shamai? So this goes on the beginning of the first paragraph. B'Shamai said a similar shear for Steila calls Manchu Yafal Peri. So that would mean to see in the army is also B'Shamai. And Meir holds like B'Shamai. And Rabbi Shimon, who says that at a specific time, that would be like Beis Hillel. They also gave a specific time, that was Shavuos, for a tree orchard. So Gemara says, astonished. Why would he ever say Samurai Meir like B'Shamai? So Ella by Meir Commissioner Mishoina. By Meir is going like Mishnah Mishoina. Before Rebbe canceled those 7 Shevi'is. In other words, Ray Meir is Machmir in those 7 Shevi'is, just as who was Matir those 7 Shevi'is? I think maybe it was Rishon Gamliel. They must just say here. There's a long frame here. I have it underlined. It says, Yerushalmi Shevi'is. Says final language this later on. Let's cut to the chase here. So he says he wants to change the girsa to nearly tosat fusieshkan. So he talk about Elor Meir shining kedivrei hakol, because he holds it by stay love on lo nechleku b'shamay Beis Hillel. Everybody holds it until shetichle lecha. Shimon shani machlokas, and this is so. Since the Lord's Michael says, who's the time that says that it's that you can plow the sod that I love on Erev Shvi'is. So America divrei kol. That's America according to everybody. But Rabbi Shimon to Beis Hillel. Rabbi Shimon goes like Beis Hillel. I guess he holds it's like Rabbi Shimon in the previous Mishnah. I mean like Beis Hillel in the previous Mishnah. Let's see what he says here. Ma'asamer Meir Commissioner Rishoina, Shin Commissioner Achrona, Hainu the Mishnah Rishoina to Sefer Shvi'is to Raisa. According to the Mishnah Rishoina to Sefer Shvi'is to Raisa, Chain Toli Kol Echol if he saw this law, therefore goes according to everybody according to their field. Avo if he Mishnah Achrona according to Mishnah Achrona to Sefer Shvi'is Leikum in Raisa, it's not Midrash at all. Elam Midrabanan. Mistam Rabbanan covers Mam Yuchad Amosai Mutter Mitam Rabbi Shimon. They said a set time. The Raisa can't say a set time. It's Shachitichla Lecha, but it's the Rabbanan. They can set a set time. Jinlo Kain Asat Torah Kol Echa B'Yado. Says Kain's a Pirish Banir. There's some in the mirror. So the way he's learning it, the Gemara should say Ela Chesimas Isan Rabbi Meir. Not Commissioner Rishoina, Rabbi Shimon Commissioner Achrona. So the way according to his, it says Meir Shanyok Divrei Hakol, because the Sod 11 is completely different, and Rabbi Shimon learns it like Beis Hillel, and he holds that it go like Aseres. So the question and the but he does say Mishnah Rishon and Mishnah Achrona are connected here. It says Mishnah Rishon would be the Raisa, and that's why they're asking that it's Rishus Kol Echad B'Echad B'Yado. Mishnah Achrona would be like that's Rabbanan. That's what we expect there to be a set shear. But that's not. You know what? He doesn't change what you're saying. This. I clearly is going the next line. Never mind. Let's see. Since the good side again. And Mayor Commissioner Rishayim Shimon Commissioner. Mayor holds the Raisa. Shimon holds the Rabbanan. Chenas Yamaslis. And according to this, we understand. Right. The mayor is Commissioner Rishayna. Well, I'm sorry. Chenas Yamaslis. Right. Mayor Commissioner Rishayim Shimon Commissioner. Wait a second. Why would? How could that be? The mayor's like going to go like Commissioner Rishayna and Rabbi Shimon like Commissioner Chayna. El Rabbi Meir said Shania not it's a machlekes, like it says here, but Shania divrei hakol. He says everybody is going to agree that it's a different gather here because Tosef Shevi'is is the Raisa, and therefore everyone's going to agree that it's going to go to at Heichon to the point that it's still beneficial to the land. And Rabbi Shimon Shania kidivrei Beis Hillel. He owes it like Beis Hillel. In other words, that it says Rabbanan, you're going to go just make a blanket shear, which is at Seres. Having mantan at Amos al Choshen Shvius, the love of Shvius, Rabbi Meir. Our mission is going like Rabbi Meir, holds it to Raisa. Rabbi Shimon Dibra Kol Arat Seres. Rabbi Shimon, everybody holds it's going to be. But I don't know if Dibra Kol is appropriate according to Gil Ephraim. Rabbi Shimon is going to be until at Seres. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for tonight.